Hello everyone, this is Crypto Bit Law, here with another blockchain legal brief, and today we're going to discuss how a U.S. Senator recently proposed a law to ban the Federal Reserve from issuing a CBDC, or central bank digital currency. But before we dive in and explore what's going on with this situation, please, if you like this channel and you like this content, hit that subscribe button and like the content. We'd really appreciate that. So with that said, let's jump right on in. All right, so here we can see cryptonews.com reports that U.S. Senator suggests banning Fed from issuing a direct-to-consumer CBDC. They say, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz has introduced companion legislation to a January 2022 bill drafted by Representative Tom Emmer, which prohibits the Federal Reserve, or the Fed, from issuing a central bank digital currency directly to individuals. The legislation bans the Fed from developing a direct-to-consumer CBDC that, quote, could be used as a financial surveillance tool by the federal government, similar to what is currently happening in China, Emmer's office said in a statement. Quote, the bill aims to maintain the dollar's dominance without competing with the private sector, it said. According to Cruz's bill, quote, no Federal Reserve Bank may offer products or services directly to an individual, maintain an account on behalf of an individual, or issue a central bank digital currency directly to an individual. The senator said in a statement that his bill was designed to make sure big government does not try to centralize and control crypto assets so that it can continue to thrive and prosper in the United States. He added that we should be empowering entrepreneurs, enabling innovation, and increasing individual freedom, not stifling it. Cruz and Emmer are both members of the Republican Party, representing the state of Texas and Minnesota, respectively. Commenting on his party colleague's initiative, Emmer said that he was glad Cruz had agreed to offer a Senate companion to my legislation limiting the Fed's authorities, adding, quote, the Fed must only craft a CBD framework that is open, permissionless, and private. That said, some crypto industry observers are not sharing the representative's enthusiasm for the draft legislation. John Carvalho, CEO of crypto software provider Synonym, remarked that nothing centrally issued can be permissionless. Quote, a cynical interpretation might note how this mandates that any Cantillon-esque upside of seigniorage must be experienced directly by the government alone, tweeted user TravisWeb1, and yet done in the name of Bitcoin. Tasha Shea, the founder of audio content business Soundwise, commented that banning the Fed from allocating CBDC to individuals was the stupidest plan politicians backed by crypto interests ever came up with. Quote, government-run digital money is free marketing for crypto, expanding awareness and making the latter look better in comparison. Expand the pie and bigger opportunities for all, she said. The latest development comes as crypto executives and investors are reportedly gearing up to launch a well-funded effort to elect a number of crypto supporters to Congress in the USA's forthcoming midterm elections, in what could become the industry's first major foray into national politics, the Washington Post reported. Now, before we go on, I just want to comment on this Tasha Shea comment right here, that government-run digital money is free marketing for crypto, and that banning the Fed from allocating CBDs to individuals was the, quote, stupidest plan politicians backed by crypto interests ever came up with. What is wrong with this woman? I just can't see the logic in her thought plan, advocating that government-run digital money is equivalent to mainstream, cypherpunk-inspired, libertarian-backed ethos that was at the heart of the creation of the original digital assets, namely Bitcoin and all of the other, popular digital, even Ethereum, for example, tokens where you take agency onto yourself and you embrace something in an effort to become bankless, not to have to depend on the government. So, I mean, this comment is just so out of left field and just so, I guess, antithetical to everything that I believe crypto originally stood for in its early stages, and that's slowly being eroded away. I'm assuming that she's saying this just because she has some sort of personal animus against either Ted Cruz or the Republican Party. But in my opinion, when it comes to supporting crypto and digital assets, it's not about what party you're in. It's about your underlying sentiment and whether or not you support these types of ideals. And so this Tasha Shea, founder of audio content business Soundwise, I mean, she can go pound sand for all I care. That's just, you seem like a government shill to me. So taking a look at this Tasha Shea person, yeah, she's a PhD in macroeconomics and a Web3 content creator. And no surprise, she's a quote academic here. I mean, come on, what are you doing? You're going to try to shoot yourself in the foot and give more power to central banks and big government? I can't reconcile that. So I guess turning back to the issue at hand, I think that I personally support this. I think that it is a step forward in terms of innovation that would limit the government's authority with regards to the creation, handling, and just kind of overall proliferation and adoption of these digital assets. And we all know it's coming. It's just a matter of how intrusive the government wants to be with their handling of this type of technology. And I think that it's good that people like Cruz and Congressman Emmer are actually stepping up to the plate to try to rein in the government's power with regards to digital assets and try to keep them in check. And I think less government is better government. So I applaud this move by Senator Cruz. All politics aside, I think everybody, from across both aisles need to come together to enact common sense legislation that is both balanced and effective, yet incorporates a lot of those early ethos and talking points that we're talking about for why this type of technology was ultimately produced. If you harken back to Satoshi Nakamoto's, mining of the first block in that publication of the news article regarding the 2008 financial crisis, this type of technology is a direct result of all of the problems that got us here with things like traditional fiat money systems. And you can attribute the issuer of traditional fiat, the Federal Reserve, the United States government, to a lot of those problems, and even a lot of the problems that we're facing today with runaway inflation and so on and so forth. So all in all, I think it's good to rein in big government like this. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Please, if you did, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate that. And with that said, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.